Welcome everyone to yet another episode in the Simon Go Back series. We are here after the second T20 international between India and England. The first match was a one-sided affair in favor of England. This one turned out to be a one-sided affair in the favor of India, the host. Joining me today is Vishal and Amok. We have a short panel. This is going to be a short discussion, but we are going to ensure that we cover all the bases as always. Gentlemen, a great game. Just your thoughts, your reflections on this. Amog, you can start.
Yeah, it was clinical. It was definitely clinical. Uh, lot of lot of points, like you mentioned. I think England won the one-sided match, so India won a one-sided match. It's well poised, 1-1. Looking forward for the third match.
Okay. Vishal, your quick general thoughts before we go into pointed questions.
Yeah, great comeback by us. We're much better in the second T20. And I think England on the day, like, they didn't have enough runs on the board. They were going well till the 15th over, but the last 5 overs, I think we conceded only 34 runs, and that was crucial. But overall speaking, we played a very good game, and looking forward to the third T20.
Yeah, it's not too far away. It's just tomorrow. So even I am very excited for the match. It turned out to be a blockbuster event. Let me go start with a more broad-ranging question. Two matches is still a small sample set. We talk often of fortune favors the brave. Is it fortune favors the one who wins the toss? Is that how this series is going to pan out? What are your thoughts, Amok?
Yeah, this. I think if you see the trend of T20, it's definitely win the toss, bat second. So because you can analyze the pitch and attack accordingly. So that has been the trend, and you always have had more results on batting second. Only it falls very true in T20.
Mm-hmm.
But no, since there has been two matches already here, I don't think any more matches will be one-sided. It's going to be, going down the wire kind of a contest. Who holds the, crucial moments in the game? It'll come down to those, and it'll be like the 19th over, 19.3 finishes. It won't be one-sided anymore. Definitely, both the teams have read the conditions now, so it's going to be very close match. It's going to be close matches.
Okay. I think Amog mentioned a crucial point here about clinching these big movements. From my analysis, I'm going to pose this to you, Vishal. What I felt is that we clinched the period that we discussed last match, the death overs as well as our power play, where we tend to give away too many wickets. What difference did you actually see in the Indian outfit today compared to what happened just on Friday?
Regarding the death bowling, I think we bowled really well. We stuck to the plans, and we bowled slow ones. The one to get Owen Morgan out, Shardul Thakur bowling a slow one. That was a crucial point in the game because Morgan was playing really well.
Yeah.
And that I think changed the game towards our side. And after that, England couldn't score enough runs in the death, and we bowled well. And coming to the batting, I think we spoke about execution in the last video, and in this match we just executed our plans, and everything fell in place. We attacked the right ball, hit a lot of boundaries in the first 6 overs, and credit should be given to Ishan Kishan and Virat Kohli on the way they batted in the first 6 overs.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a fine line between intent and execution and over aggressiveness. In this game, we were just on the dot, and we executed all our plans in attacking the first 6 overs that is the first power play.
I think Vishal hit the nail on the topic, nail on its head actually. We see that how crucial these kinds of decisions are, and there was a big decision that Virat Kohli had to make right before the start of the game. That is his team 11. Two debutants. Not often to see that in the highest version of the game, especially in T20 International. One didn't get to do much in Surya Kumar Yadav, but Ishan Kishan, man, what a great debut! Just your reflections. It's finally happy to see a new talent shine, of course, but also the fact that I could support him vis-a-vis his usual performances for Mumbai Indians. My question to you, Amog, is really how these newbies have this unique knack of coming into the team and not just playing good, but playing a match-winning performance. It's they're taking the one step, but they're always taking a leap. Your thoughts on that?
Very true. I think it's a very nice question which you asked also, because um, you don't want another Shikhar Dhawan, right? I mean, yeah, he's devastating on his day, but you can see that he's not as flamboyant as someone like Ishan Kishan. Uh, like his time has passed, so you wanted someone to like be a David Warner, be a De Kock. You want someone who can come and just go all guns blazing, and you know that on his day he's just going to make the opposition cry. And that has been the show of Ishan Kishan for quite some time now, since he's represented Mumbai Indians. Like he's one of those players whom you want to support, and it's good. I think they've, it's like when we can see it, obviously even the management has seen it, and it's good that they've given him an opportunity here rather than trying him out in World Cup. It's good that they've exposed him here at this level immediately.
I agree.
Just to add, sorry, Akshar.
Yeah, please.
Just to add on to Amog's point, what I would like to say here is we need to give some credit to the IPL and the India A structure. So IPL is a place where all these youngsters interact with international superstars and play in pressure situations, pack houses and trying to score or defend runs in under pressure. And our India A program is one of the best. We get to play in overseas conditions and gain a lot of exposure and experience from the India A tours. So we have these two routes with which the youngsters get a lot of exposure from. And in the last 6 months, we see a lot of youngsters coming in from these two routes and performing well for India, starting from the Australia series. So I think this will continue, and credit should be given to how our domestic structure is designed and as well as the IPL.
It's just a testament to the fact that there are the process is working. It's bringing in, it's giving due recognition to talent and also giving them the freedom to play the game the way they see it and not the way it was played even 5 years ago. It's just fascinating to watch. Let's go a bit further to the man of the moment, Virat Kohli. Finally, chasing a target down for India, also staying not out. How happy are you with this, Amoga? And I always would like to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I was just checking it out on CricBuzz. I think if I just seen it, if I'm not wrong, I think it had dipped below 50. His average just dipped below 50 in T20.
Yeah.
And now it's back to 50 point. It's above 50 again. So the only man to have average of 50 plus in all three formats continues again. That's what it was. It was due. It was due. It was due. It was gonna happen sometime. You can't keep a lion cage for too long. He will definitely break out and show that he's a king. So
agreed. Amok told it was due, it was due, it was due. Do you think the England bowlers are also saying the same thing, Vishal, when it was their turn to bowl? Was it due? Was it due? Was it DEW due?
I think Dew did play a role, and the pitch certainly got a bit better in the second half. But I think England did not bowl the exact line and length required for that wicket in the second half. I thought they were a bit too short to Ishan Kishan and Virat in the first 6 overs. And I think they missed a trick by not bringing on Adil Rashid in the first 6 overs when Virat just entered the crease. But I do understand where they're coming from. They had he had Ishan Kishan as well. Rashid had to bowl to him, so I think that was the reason why Adil didn't come on to bowl. But if I was the captain, I would have let Adil bowl at least one over to Virat, just because he got him out in the first T20.
That's true.
Anything to add, Amol? Okay, I thought also that last over in the power play, Tom Curran's first over, was also a big crucial moment in the lead up to the chase. That over going for a lot of runs really pushed the ante against English bowlers in general. Let's go to our bowling now. We went with a system of having just 5 bowlers again, which we tend to switch from one to another. Is this a system that you think sustainable, Amol? To have just 5 bowlers?
Definitely not. That's not the right way to go. But uh, again, these are the places where you can try it rather than try it out on the World Cup. So these are the places where you can try it. And these are the only 5 T20s we have. We're not playing many T20s before the World Cup. So there is a big hiccup in that angle if you see. But yeah, it's why not? I mean, try everything that's possible. Put all the options out. I would say probably if we win the third T20, I would say Virat Kohli himself should rest and see how India would fare without him. Because I mean,
injuries.
What if he's injured? Yeah. So India should be prepared for everything, all the aspects. Like without Rohit Sharma, what can we do? All these options should be checked, and then when the time comes, pick the perfect 11 and stick with it throughout the series. That's it.
Yeah. I will ask you on that particular point later. But before that, one small final question to Vishal. I'd asked this before the first T20 international. Is there a worry about our fielding? And I pose the same question to you, given what happened in the second T20I. Is there an issue with our fielding? We seem to leak runs and drop certain catches that could prove very crucial.
Well, the fielding, I think we can get better at. There were, I think, couple of fours, and I think it's the same man. Like Shardul Thakur had a misfield in the first T20, and again in the second T20. But yeah, it happens. So we just have to improve. Catches, yes, I think we had a couple of drop catches, if I am right. And even England dropped a couple of catches.
Yeah,
we had
one was
England.
Chahal's. It was very tough.
Yeah, and England dropped a couple as well. So yeah, I think maybe got to do with the lights. I'm not exactly sure, but something which we can improve on. Yeah.
I agree. It didn't cost us a lot because we got the wicket in the same over later. Anyway, let's move on to look at what the next 3 T20s can bring us. And here is where I ask you a question that is more, let's say, put down on the captain hat or the team selector's hat. We are into the third T20. Rohit has had a rest now. So we have a few crucial decisions to make. If Rohit comes in, who goes out? Vishal.
Well, if Rohit comes in, I think KL has to sit out. Unless until Virat wants to rest, but I don't think Virat will rest for the 30-20. He will play. So I think if Rohit is playing and wants to play, he'll come instead of KL.
Okay. And then Amog, it's a lead-up question. It would become to all the talk of IPL bringing in the talent. Isn't it suddenly a scenario where you're leading to run getters from the just concluded IPL both sit out to other openers? What's the value of the orange cap and all these numbers that we are throwing around?
No, I mean, it will come back to IPL. I completely stick by that. It will come back to the IPL. You will have Rohit and KL, open during the T20I World Cup for sure. That is provided KL Rahul performs the way he does again.
Hmm.
Shikhar Dhawan will be your third opener. That will again stick by it. Again, that is depending on how. Now there is clearly an eye on Ishan Kishan,
Hmm.
but it is going to be purely on IPL based selection. If someone like KL Rahul again scores 500 and he scores 100, you know, he's see a guy has had only two failures. That's it, just two failures.
Hmm.
So you cannot put him down in the ranks of saying that he's not good enough. The guy
Exactly.
is probably better than anybody in the team right now. If you see on this day, he can bat better than every other 11 in that team. You can bring in anyone. KL Rahul is the best batsman for India right now.
Yeah, there is enough justification that can be given to for that assertion as well. Let's move further, and this is the last question. We talked about how the five bowler theory can be not sustainable, and even Virat Kohli talked of how he wants Hardik Pandya to bowl just 3 overs very weirdly. Then the question is, where does the sixth bowler come in place of whom? Who are you going to sacrifice, Vishal?
Oh, that's a difficult question. Well, it depends on the conditions, I think. So I'm just focusing on the next T20, and I see that the wicket is going to be a red soil based wicket. So I think we might play an extra spinner to see how that goes. So I'm not sure who we are going to drop. It's difficult, right? So I think the call will be taken by the management on the day. But if I'm there as a captain, probably um, yeah. So just the KL, I think instead of KL you can get in a spinner, but I'm just being too harsh here on KL Rahul. But it's a very difficult call, and I'm not exactly sure who goes out and who comes in.
Amok, do you have any
I
reflections
mean,
on this?
yeah, I have a theory here. Definitely, this is how it's going to be. It's kind of hard on Surya Kumar Yadav, but see, there was really not needed to have another batsman instead of a bowler. So it's since it's a red soil, it's a no-brainer. Aksar will immediately come back in, and it'll be Surya Kumar Yadav who will sit. And purely based on a trend, because Ishan Kishan played so well, they will give him one more chance, and it'll be Rohit Sharma who will come instead of KL Rahul. So that will be the team. So you'll have again two changes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is also the direction the team management is actually looking towards. The last question to each one of you, your X factor for the next game. Vishal, you can start.
Um, I want Kohli to score another 50, or yeah, just keep scoring.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've seen him play like how we played yesterday.
Yeah.
The pull shot of Jofra Archer was of high quality, and I knew that he was in for a big one. So I just hope he continues playing the way he is.
Yeah, I personally love the wristy flick that he plays. I saw that shot and I was like, yeah, he's back. Amog, your X factor for the game?
Um, X factor, I would say, see if you see the match, the second T20I, everyone contributed, but who really stole the show for me was Washington Sundar and Shardul Thakur. I would not put anyone saying more or less.
Hmm.
So one of these two will again have to do the same kind of a job if you have to in the match. So either it'll be Washington Sundar or Shardul Thakur.
I would also like to see a bit of consistency in performance. Although we laud ourselves that each time there's a new guy who's winning it, sometimes you would want to have some trust and some consistency. So I can understand what Amog is talking about. And that's the buzz. You heard it all from Amog and Vishal here. That's concluding this episode of Simon Go Back series. And we'll catch you after the third T20 international. And I'm sure that India will be there 2-1 in lead going to the fourth. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you.